This is the face of Thomas Matthew Crooks, the 20-year-old who attempted to assassinate Donald Trump. Crooks was a registered Republican who graduated from Bethel Park High School in Pennsylvania just 2 years ago. Former classmates described him as a loner, saying he was heavily bullied.
A kid that was always alone, he was always bullied every day. He was just an outcast. I mean, he would sit alone at lunch, and you know how kids are nowadays, so they're gonna see someone like that and they're gonna target him because they think it's funny or whatever. So it's the best way I can describe it. And it's honestly kind of sad.
Crooks worked as a dietary aide at a nursing centre in his hometown, where he provided care to elderly and sick people. His employer confirmed he had a clean background check, saying there were never any issues with his job performance. Residents of Bethel Park were shocked by the incident, saying it was completely unexpected.
I mean, it's kind of shocking. You wake up in the morning and your whole street's lined up and you're like, what the heck's even going on? And then you turn the news on and you're like, oh, dang.
If you have differences with a candidate, you do it at the voting booth. You know, you don't take action like this clown did.
Authorities are working to identify a clear motive for the attack on Trump.
We do not currently have an identified motive, although our investigators are working tirelessly to attempt to identify what that motive was.
Crooks was a registered Republican with a very limited online presence, and Pennsylvania's public court record showed he had no criminal history. Crooks' identity was confirmed after investigators traced his gun to his father Matthew, who told US media outlets he would wait until talking to law enforcement before speaking out about his son. Meanwhile, the Secret Service is facing serious questions over how Crooks was able to get rooftop access so close to Trump's position with a firearm. Attendees at the rally spotted Crooks on the roof, with law enforcement officials saying one officer climbed a ladder to investigate before Crooks pointed his rifle at him. The officer then backed down the ladder, and Crooks reportedly fired 8 shots, grazing Trump's ear, killing a member of the crowd and wounding 2 others. After the shots were fired, he was fatally shot by Secret Service snipers. Joe Biden called for unity after the attack, calling on Americans to not allow violence to become normalized.
We are not enemies. We're neighbors. We're friends, co-workers, citizens, and most importantly, we're fellow Americans. We must stand together.